Bonjour, bienvenue, c'est Madame Metzger, and we are continuing today with Allez, Viens. That's the book we use. We're on chapitre 1, deuxième étape. Sometimes you'll just see it labeled 1.2, deuxième étape. Today we're going to talk about our preferences, our likes and our dislikes. We're going to talk about our likes and dislikes of some simple nouns. We're going to talk about noun markers, or sometimes called articles, and the difference between them. So let's get started. Oop, there we go. So first, we're going to learn some different expressions in French to say our preferences. And we begin. Répétez. But let's start with the question, actually. Do you like? Do you like? So we're going to use the to form. Most of the time, we're going to be talking to one person, first name basis, like our partner, a friend, a family member. There is a vous form, but we're going to keep it simple today. So this is the only you, do you like, that we're going to practice right now. So we're not going to pronounce the S on the end. Répétez. Tu aimes? Tu aimes? And then you would ask some kind of noun or something. Do you like chocolate, for example? So to say you're crazy about chocolate, j'adore le chocolat. J'adore. To say that you like something a lot, j'aime beaucoup. J'aime beaucoup. Très bien. To say that you like something well, répétez, j'aime bien. J'aime bien. And to say that you like something a little bit, répétez, j'aime un peu. J'aime un peu. Oui. To say that you do not like something. The not in French is actually a two-part sandwich. So our verb aime, to like, is here, and we need a ne and a pas around it. Normally it would be ne, but we can't have ne followed by an a. So we got rid of the e and we have an apostrophe, an apostrophe there. And it flows. Listen, je n'aime pas. Ends up sounding like one word. Répétez, je n'aime pas. If you want to say that you hate something, je déteste. You like whatever it is that's being asked about, but you like something else better. Répétez, j'aime, mais j'aime mieux. J'aime, whatever it is. Mais, silent S, mais j'aime mieux. Mieux. Whatever the second item is. Très bien. And lastly, if you just want to say, I prefer, and something different, je préfère. Je préfère. Très bien. So now that we have some expressions to say how we feel about something, now we need some nouns so that we can start asking.
Teachers, Peter, part of the eruption for...
All right, so we're ready to learn some nouns. We are going to start with some masculine nouns. So when we look at this page, let me move this over a little bit. There we go. When we look at this page, we see L-E, L-E, le. We know that an E sound is by now, because hopefully you watched the A, B, say video. So le, we're getting punched in the stomach with our E. Le tells you that this noun is masculine. Now remember, there's no way to look at a noun and say, oh, skiing, it's definitely masculine. But shopping, magasin, or store is also masculine. And French is masculine. Like, no. So you're going to have to memorize the le with these nouns. You have to put them together. You have to memorize both together. It's just as important as spelling. So everything on this slide is masculine singular. Now, anglais is masculine, but it begins with a vowel. We can't have a le anglais. That's why we got rid of the E for le and we put an apostrophe in its place, because we like the French to flow. So there's lots of rules to make sure that it sounds beautiful. All right, let's begin. Répétez. Le cinéma. Le cinéma. Tu aimes le cinéma? J'adore le cinéma. Répétez. Le football. Le football. Notice that soccer, not football. Football, for us, is le football américain. If you don't say américain, it is soccer. Répétez. Le vélo. Le vélo. Biking. Le sport. Le sport. Notice we would make that plural. Do you like sports? But they keep it singular. Do you like le sport? How about English? Do you like English? Tu aimes l'anglais? Répétez. L'anglais. Notice our S on the end is silent and we flow right into that A. Répétez. L'anglais. Très bien. Le ski. Le magasin. Magasin. Le français. R in the back of your throat. Accent cédé. Don't pronounce the S. Répétez. Le français. Excellent. Répétez. Le chocolat. Don't pronounce the T. Le chocolat. Le chocolat. Tu aimes le chocolat? Moi, j'aime beaucoup le chocolat. Bien. All right, our next slide. These are all plural. We usually say tests. Do you like tests? Do you like concerts? Do you like escargot? Do you like friends? Do you like friends? It's funny, but we got to get the vocab in there. So all of these things are more than one, plural. And when we talk about more than one noun at a time, we have an article for that. Notice it has an S, so that's easy. You want to say lay when you're talking about more than one thing, and it's pronounced lay. That's tricky, I know. Not less. No, lay. All right, now, répétez. Les concerts. Les concerts. Tu aimes les concerts? J'aime un peu les concerts. Tu aimes les hamburgers? Tu aimes les hamburgers? J'aime beaucoup les hamburgers. Now, when we have an S followed by a vowel, we want it to flow. Otherwise, it would be les escargots. So we put a little Z sound in there to make it flow and sound pretty. Répétez. Les escargots. We're not going to hear the T or the S. Again, répétez. Les escargots. Les amis. Don't pronounce the S's on the end. Les amis. Les examens. Les examens. Tu aimes les examens? Non, je n'aime pas les examens. Tu aimes les escargots? Non, je déteste les escargots. Not true. J'adore les escargots. C'est délicieux.
Excuse the interruption at this time also.
Okay, our next slide. All of these things are feminine, not that you would know it by looking at them. So, répétez, s'il vous plaît. La plage. Notice that a feminine noun has la. We know our A's opening wide, going to the dentist. La plage. We're not going to pronounce the E's on the ends of words. Again, répétez. La plage. Bien. La glace. La glace. Tu aimes la glace? J'adore la glace. Répétez. Now here, we're going to go right in to the E accent aigu, which is an A sound. Répétez. L'école. L'école. School. Tu aimes l'école? La pizza. La pizza. Now, we don't usually talk about run French fries, so this is in the plural, but it is feminine. Répétez. Les frites. I sound is an E sound. Répétez. Les frites. Frites. Bien. Les vacances. Les vacances. Les vacances is vacation. And that little thing keeps coming up on my words. Désolé. And the last one is les maths. Répétez. Les maths. No TH sound in French. So lots of words have TH, but it just ends up being a T sound. And of course, our S is silent. Les maths. Très bien. So we've seen these 4 definite articles. At this point in your packet for chapter 1, second at top, or 1.2, you want to find where you're supposed to do the guided notes for definite articles. Now that you have your notes filled out, we want to go on to the definite article notes. So pause this and find your packet and fill this in then when you come back. Here we go. There are 4 ways to say the in French. All nouns in French are either feminine or masculine. However, you cannot tell which it is by looking at it. You must memorize the articles with the words. Pause when you need to stop if I'm going too fast. Okay, so again, we saw these with the examples, but here are the 4 different words for the. Le is if the noun is masculine and there's only one of them. It's singular, like le cinéma. La is if the noun is feminine and singular. Again, only one. So la plage. Les is if the noun is plural. There's more than one. And it could be masculine or feminine. It doesn't matter. It's les if there's more than one. Les frites. We use L apostrophe or L apostrophe for a noun that begins with a vowel, A, E, I, O, or U. So for the word like friend, l'ami, if we only wanted to talk about one friend instead of les amis, l'ami, we would put L apostrophe instead of le ami or la ami, okay? Those are our 4 different words for the. You must have an article or a noun marker for every noun, unless there's a grammar rule for some reason that I've shared with you. The next thing we want to take notes on is how to make a sentence negative, how to say not. So find that spot in your packet and follow along with your guided notes. To make a sentence negative, we actually write 2 words. The first one is ne, with that E, ne. And that goes before your verb. Your verb is your action word in the sentence. Your pas comes after the verb. So it's a ne pas sandwich. Okay, so to make a sentence negative, we're going to write the ne before the verb and the pas after it. So the ne pas sandwich, as I said. An example, je ne sais pas. I don't know. I know is je sais. I don't know. We need our verb to know, and we put our ne and our pas around it like a sandwich. Je ne sais pas. That's how you guys can now tell me if you don't know something. Répétez. Je ne sais pas. If the verb begins with a vowel, then your ne is going to turn to n apostrophe. Example, I do not like ice cream, or I don't like ice cream. Je n'aime pas la glace. So the verb like is M, and we're going to put a ne and a pas around it to make it negative. I don't like. Je n'aime pas la glace. Okay, that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed this lesson, and au revoir. Until next time, see you soon. A bientôt.